days, having a conversation with someone on the opposite end of the political spectrum can feel like you're banging your head against the wall. Many of us would rather get a root canal, or maybe just hide behind our keyboards where it's safe. But if that's the case, can political discourse in this country ever turn a corner? The way things are going, it could be up to future generations to bridge the divide. At the University of Washington, we brought together two students whose extracurriculars couldn't be further apart. On the left, Kalani Tiso.
I'm the president of the Young Democrats at UW.
On the right,
Alexander Guerrero,
the treasurer of the College Republicans.
This was so fascinating to me. You actually share an office space, the two clubs. How does that work out?
That's a good question. So you walk into the office space and it's kind of this experience. On the left-hand side, which is very convenient, it's on the left-hand side.
The domes on the left,
right?
Yeah.
We have our Obama posters, we have our Hillary and Bernie cutout, and then on the right-hand side you have the biggest Trump poster and sign I've ever seen.
It is pretty big. And for a while there, the Young Dems had this Bernie and Hillary sort of posterettes like stuck right when you open the door and you see it. It spooks you every time.
Now, do you guys respect each other's space? Like there's no defacing of the Trump posters or defacing of the Clinton cutouts?
You have to respect their space.
Tell me just quickly what you see the purpose of your clubs being.
We thought last year was sort of this, saying that there actually is a Republican identity on campus. And now this year we really wanted to normalize it, so make it not really taboo for people to have these sort of opinions.
On this campus, I would definitely say we outnumber the Republicans by a lot. So it's providing a window, it's providing this opportunity for people who are liberal or who are Democrats to get together, to form, to organize, but also to make politics accessible. Getting more involved on local politics or state politics really seems like it's impossible or frustrating for a lot of people. So through our club, we're trying to make that the Young Dems at UW is the first step you take.
At 23 and 20 years old, the two belong to Generation Z, a generation that has emerged as far more outspoken and politically savvy than we often give them credit for. And while neither of these young men have political ambitions,
zero.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to run.
They are passionate about being politically active, even in today's political climate.
What do you guys think the state of political discourse is right now in America?
That's definitely a big question. I would say nationwide, it feels like we are in this new era where everything is going either wrong or crazy or it's new or novel. And we're definitely experiencing that, especially when we have this kind of president who doesn't have the experience or really the temperament to kind of be a modern president.
I don't think it's as bad as some news sites. It's sort of to sensationalize it for, sensationalization's sake. But it's definitely, it was pretty bad at one point, but I do think that right now it's on a trend sort of upwards. At least for our campus, we're getting more connected with other groups on campus, and people are actually wanting to talk to us now. So
I would say we're definitely always open to having conversations with those we disagree with. It is more difficult on campus, especially since the vast majority of students at this university, they are liberal or they vote Democratic when they do vote. So it's being able to find a way to pierce that bubble and have conversations with those we disagree with, and it probably doesn't really happen enough.
And the reality is, if they did take the time to talk to one another more often, they might find that they're closer together on the issues than generations before them.
What are some things that you guys agree on now, you think? What are some things that you sitting here can say?
Like the two of us?
Yeah, that we're on the same page. Gay marriage. What about weed?
So that's a good question.
Generally speaking, I'm not asking if you smoke weed.
No, I would definitely say that we're definitely in favor of decriminalizing marijuana, that we shouldn't have people going to jail for possession of marijuana. That's ridiculous, and it's also racist.
So you're on the same page as that when it comes to weed?
I don't see the point of criminalizing marijuana. It's something that could be taxed. It can drive up a lot of income, and I don't see why we need to, it's a personal choice. Why are we restricting people's personal choices? I really have a lot of optimism that the future of this generation is going to be a future of social issues that are more just. We're going to be promoting for the equality and treatment of other people and be promoting equity, and I have high hopes in that. So I hope that 20 years from now, when we're talking about issues like gay marriage, that it's not an issue, that it's something we move past and we can focus on more relevant issues to the fate of this country.
It's an optimism that could help to bridge the divide at a time when the country seems more divided than ever.
What can you guys commit to sitting here to make sure that the level of discourse in this country doesn't go into the gutter? What can you commit to, Kalani?
That's a good question. I think on this campus, we need to commit to having that discourse and to challenging our ideas and refining them, because if there's no back and forth, we just end up having two separate sides who are just boiled up and angry and have all this pent up energy. So we need to have that discourse, and we need to find ways to engage others.
What about you? Can you sit here and commit to doing the same, to being willing to see where people like Kalani are coming from and to listen to that?
Most definitely. I definitely do believe that, trying to increase the sort of discourse on campus was sort of my main goal to setting out for the year, so that it's like, you may disagree with us, but we still have this sort of mutual level of respect for each other.
It's creating events, it's bringing people together to go lobby, to go city council meetings, to volunteer on campaigns, and it's making sure that it's open for everyone.
Until next week, try sitting down face-to-face with someone on the opposite end of the political spectrum. Chances are you'll find a few things you agree on. And years from now, you can say, I had a part in helping to bridge the divide.